Week 1 in the NFL. Not in the books just yet, Jones. We still have another game tonight, a NFC North matchup, the Bears and the Vikings. But let's take a look at the games this Sunday or yesterday, including the Patriots' Week 2 opponent, the Miami Dolphins. They were on the road taking on the Indianapolis Colts. What happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened, Jones. It was all Colts.
Jones looking for the touchdown. He's got it. Second rushing touchdown today for Daniel Jones. And the Colts are pouring it on.
You know what they're calling him? Indiana Jones.
Nice.
Indiana Jones.
No more Danny Dimes.
No,
Indiana Jones.
He had a touchdown pass. He had 2 touchdown runs. The Colts blow out the Dolphins 33-8. The worst performance of the weekend was the Miami Dolphins.
Well, somewhat good news for the Patriots, maybe.
I guess.
Kind of, sort of. In week 2. Could go bad real quick if you lose to them.
It could.
But that's your next opponent. All right.
How many of you guys had Mike McDaniel as first coach fired?
I think it was me and Bill.
Okay.
I believe that was it.
Looking pretty good.
That was the hot seat bowl right there. Him and Steichen.
Yeah, Steichen came out.
Big win for Spike Man.
Smelling like roses. What about the New York Football Jets taking on the Steelers?
What happened?
Well, this one came down to this was a thrilling game.
It would be a new career long for Boswell. For the lead, sweeps the leg, 60-yarder. He's got it. Pittsburgh goes in front with 1:03 on the clock.
A $1:03 left in the game, and Chris Boswell with a 60-yard field goal put the Steelers up by 2. They would hold on to a 34-32 win over the Jets. Aaron Rodgers against his former team, 4 touchdown passes. Felt pretty good post game too, sticking it in the Jets' face.
Oh yeah,
but
it's like feels good to beat the Jets. Anybody associated with the Jets?
He's like, I know a lot of people here didn't think I could play anymore. But what's amazing about that is we were just so focused on the Patriots and their game against the Raiders. It wasn't until like halfway through the first quarter of that game they showed a highlight. I'm like, oh, Rodgers playing against the Jets today.
Yeah.
I think I completely missed
and then
it.
Fields was playing against the Steelers. They swapped quarterbacks.
They traded quarterbacks.
Fields was pretty good yesterday. Rodgers, 4 touchdowns, no picks. He tied Brady for the most career games with 4 touchdowns, no picks.
And he's now 1 touchdown pass behind Brett Favre to tie him for 4th most TD passes of all time.
I still feel like if I was a Steelers fan, I wouldn't feel great about the overall trajectory of where things are going. Rodgers was fine, but they almost lost to the Jets. They probably should have lost to the Jets yesterday. I wouldn't feel great about that.
Yeah, but they had a big 4th quarter, and Aaron Rodgers played well. Who knows if he'll do that at any point again this year, but he at least got the win there. All right, game of the week. Maybe has a good chance to hold up as game of the year. We'll see how things go. Sunday Night Football, Bills and Ravens.
Hey, what happened?
Came down to this.
32 yards. Prater made it. And the Bills open their final season in this stadium with a stunning comeback win.
Bills should not have won this game, and they did 41-40 thanks to that Prater field goal. The Ravens were in control of this game. Derrick Henry, 169 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Zay Flowers had 143 yards rushing and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson ran one in, obviously threw a couple, and they were up 40-25 with like 8 minutes to play in the game, and the Bills came storming back.
That's when I fell asleep for a little bit.
I'm good here.
I actually woke back up.
Yeah.
But Keon Coleman caught a deflected touchdown on 4th down. Bills couldn't get a 2-point conversion. Derrick Henry fumbles. Bills get the ball back. They again can't get a 2-point conversion, so they're down 2. Harbaugh, who loses games like this routinely, decided to punt on a 4th and 3 back to Josh Allen. Stupid. Bills win going away. Josh Allen, by the way, threw for 251, Keefe.
Yeah.
In the 4th quarter. Just in the 4th quarter. He threw for 251 yards. He was on pace for a 1,000-yard game.
Crazy.
If you project that out.
Crazy.
So he was pretty good.
A lot of times, remember when the Chiefs would play the Bills in the regular season, and you're like, oh, that feels like the AFC title game?
Yeah.
Like, that for sure feels like the AFC title game.
Yep. By the way, we all picked the Ravens to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
0-1.
Just like the Pats.
Yeah, good point.
So, listen, they can turn it around. They can turn it around.
True.
And also, they were seconds away from the AFC East all starting 0-1. And the Bills come back and get the win. So the Bills are alone in first place. Everybody else tied for second.
Good point.
Tied for second right now. Huh. All right, let's go to the AFC North, a Ohio matchup. Bengals-Browns.
90 seconds to play as he gets the snap. Flacco, juggled, intercepted! DJ Turner off the deflection takes it away for Cincinnati and takes away the opportunity.
Joe Flacco and the Browns had an opportunity late, couldn't get it done. The Bengals, who have had their week one, really their first month woes over the last several seasons, they didn't look very good in this game. They had a disaster of a second half. They didn't even have any yards in the second half.
4 yards?
I think they had 4 yards in the second half.
And they won. They're like the first team ever to get outgained by a certain number and this, that, and the other thing and still win the game. It was like they should not have won.
So, look, what happened in that game? Me and Billy survived in the survivor pool with the Bengals.
Barely.
We told you to take them.
Yep.
And it wasn't pretty, but we're still alive.
Yep, that's true. All right, let's go to another AFC matchup. The Broncos and the Titans.
What happened?
They're in the red zone now. And give to J.K. Dobbins. And he breaks a tackle and has a Denver touchdown.
Also not a thrilling game, but the Broncos did beat the Titans 20-12 at home. Bo Nix did not play well.
Bo Pix.
Yeah, it was.
Bo Pix is back.
Bo Pix was back, at least for the game.
He's not a week one quarterback. I think I figured it out. He's not a week one guy.
Bo Pix may be back, but they also won again.
They did.
They won. They have a great defense.
They didn't cover. They won.
They didn't. Cortland Sutton had a touchdown catch. R.J. Harvey had a 50-yard run. That was a pretty sweet play. J.K. Dobbins had that touchdown. Their defense is great. Cam Ward, the number one pick in the draft for the Tennessee Titans, went 12 of 28 for 112 yards. No touchdowns, no picks, was sacked 6 times. That might be the best defense.
So that's what I was going to say. To open against that defense at Mile High, I actually thought, I watched a fair amount of that game, Bragg.
It was close.
I actually thought he looked okay.
Yeah.
Like, the numbers aren't good. I thought he looked
Misleading
okay.
numbers.
That's a good defense on the other side.
Oh, it's great defense on the other side. I had the Broncos in the Survivor, so I also advanced.
Still alive!
Thrilling.
Nice!
Last year was terrible at it,
that?
so at least I'm on to week 2 as well. All right, a battle of, I want to say, 1995 expansion teams. Jaguars, Panthers?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they
What
sure were.
happened?
Good starter jackets that year for both the Jags and the Panthers.
So legit.
Brian Thomas Jr. is in for a Jacksonville touchdown.
All right, Chris Myers. Sometimes, less is more on the call there.
It's TV. We can all see what's going on.
That's true. They handed him the ball, and he ran it in. Jaguars really blow out. This game was 20-3 at the half. They went on to a 26-10 win over the Carolina Panthers. Trevor Lawrence didn't have to do much, 178 yards passing and a touchdown. Travis Etienne ran for $143, and Brian Thomas had that touchdown run.
I can't imagine Etienne's on many waiver wires. That'd be a guy to go look for to go get. Liam Cohen, good start there with the offense, and Duval. Bad start for my guy, Dave Canales.
Sure was.
And my other guy, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
No, that's a quarterback that looked bad yesterday.
Ted McMillan's NFL debut, 5 catches, 68 yards for the Panthers.
That's fine.
That's okay.
My gripe with it, how many games we're going to have delayed this year?
This
Lightning?
It seems like more already. I hope it's not. Joe. I hope it's not.
Let's play some football, guys. Between this and the
Smack on
Thursday
football.
night, can we play some football?
How many
delays?
players? How many players do you have actually got electrocuted playing? From Lightning?
I don't.
If it's that high, then okay.
Yeah, if it's that high, we got something. But in the meantime, let's play some football.
Tell the fans to watch it in the concourse.
Thank you.
Get out there.
Get the fans out of there.
Or sign a
play.
waiver.
Yeah.
Sign a waiver. You can't sue the city if you get electrocuted.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. All right, how about this one? This is a low-scoring game. Rams and Texans.
With under a minute to go in the half, trying to take the lead.
4th and goal. The pitch out. Williams getting a block. Cutting in. Touchdown. They tied the game.
Yeah, that was early on. They would end up winning the game, that they being the Rams, 14-9. Matthew Stafford, 245 yards and a touchdown. Puka Nacua had 10 catches for 130 yards. And you just heard there Kyron Williams with a touchdown run. C.J. Stroud was terrible.
I mean, they looked bad. They looked bad.
He was 19-27, 188, had an interception, ran for 32 yards. Nick Chubb, because Joe Mixon's out at least 4 weeks. Nick Chubb got the start, 13 carries, 60 yards. They didn't have a player have over 32 yards receiving. Yeah, that was rookie Jaden Higgins with 32.
Nico Collins did nothing. Going back to Puka on the other side, he left with a concussion. You see bleeding like out of his eye? Did you see that, or at least over his eye? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Came right back out and was dominant. So, I mean, he had an awesome performance yesterday. I didn't think And these are two what I would project to be good teams.
Yeah.
I didn't think either team looked particularly great, but the Rams get the win.
Devontae Adams made his LA Rams debut. He had 4 catches for 51 yards. Again, their offense didn't do much, but didn't have to either. All right, this one a lot of people I think had circled in the NFC North, the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
Hey, what happened?
Well, it was all Green Bay Packers.
Back to Jacobs. Back to extending the record. Now 9 consecutive games with a touchdown. Josh Jacobs.
All right, is this a one-off for the Detroit Lions, or is this going to be, man, we really miss both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn as they lose to the Packers 27-13. And this game was on in that 425 spot. So if you were watching this one, it really wasn't even this close.
No.
This was a dominant performance by the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, a couple of touchdown passes, one to Jaden Reed, one to Tucker Kraft. You just heard the Josh Jacobs score. And Micah Parsons made his Green Bay Packers debut. He did have 1 sack.
Yeah, he played more than I would have thought. I thought Love, by the way, looked good. You know, again, I think stats can be 188 yards and 2 touchdowns.
No, but he was efficient.
But I thought he looked good.
Threw interceptions on back-to-back plays that got overturned.
Did he?
Anzalone dropped one, and then he threw a pick 6 to Brian Branch that got called back.
You know what? I saw that as well. So what? Yeah. What? Actually, I had the volume off at that point in time, so that one got called back.
Yeah.
But when it came to the Lions yesterday, to answer your question about the Lions without Ben Johnson, and I saw Dan Campbell say something after the game to the effect of, "We'll be
Doesn't matter
fine."
if you have 1 ass cheek and 3 toes.
Not
that'll
that,
beat your ass.
no, it's like
your ass.
easily correctable mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, easy it is without Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I know.
But this was the fear all along. What's it going to look like without Ben Johnson? It looked atrocious yesterday. Jahmyr Gibbs, 10 catches,
Yeah.
31 yards. Like talk about going nowhere and doing nothing with your opportunities.
Sonic and Knuckles
Yeah.
had 20 total carries and ran for 44 yards.
Yeah, advantage Robotnik yesterday.
Oh,
For that, not
boy.
advantage Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah.
2.1 yards a carry for Detroit. Although I think Green Bay is really good. I think their defense, even before Parsons, was solid, and then now it's even better. All right, NFC East matchup: Commanders and Giants.
What happened?
Well, our one-time Hoss of the Week nominee, Deebo Samuel, a little bit of a scoot.
Gonna give it to Samuel. End around. Looking for blocks. Gets him. Samuel is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Just some laughing there by the.
An homage to Chris Myers, I think
suppose.
is what that was. Yeah.
Jaden Daniels didn't have to do much. He threw for 233 yards and 1 touchdown. He also rushed for 68 yards. Deebo Samuel had the 19-yard touchdown run. He also was the team's leading receiver, 7 for 77. Not bad for Deebo Samuel.
I'm telling you, I like Deebo. He was Hoss of the Week for a reason.
Oh, no doubt.
He looked hefty.
How about
but he
Russell
had a good
Wilson,
game
Mr.
yesterday.
Unlimited? How'd he do in his Giants debut? 17 of 37 for 168. He got sacked twice.
Yeah.
He fumbled, but he was able to fall on his own fumble.
I'll take Drake May over him.
Yeah.
They might go to Jackson Dart week 2. There was reports yesterday before the game
The
that
package for Dart?
a package of plays for Dart. He never got in there.
Dart package?
But Dayball wouldn't confirm to going back to Russell Wilson. You might as well go to Dart after that. By the way, more fantasy advice. Bill Krosky-Merritt, touchdown, 82 yards. If he's out there and available, he probably isn't.
Say Bill?
Bill.
I thought it was Jacory.
Yeah, he goes by Bill.
Yeah, he's Bill.
He's Bill?
Yeah, he's Bill.
He dropped the Jacory and switched it to Bill?
Yeah.
Jacory famously is long for Bill.
I picked it up. Jacory Lanny.
Corey Lanny.
Little trade.
Oh, trade
Good
off.
work.
Oh, you traded names.
Good work.
That's a good trade.
Great trade for you, Bill.
It got approved in the league.
I like how that's going through. But yeah,
New
if-
license comes tomorrow.
I love it. So Bill Krosky-Merritt?
Yep.
Not Bill Brashke.
No,
It's
no.
me, Bill Brashke.
No, go get him if he's out there. Yeah.
Yeah, 82 and a touchdown. Cam Scadaboo, all the big Cam Scadaboo fans, 2 carries, -3 yards. So he owes the team yards.
Yeah.
He was not able to
Didn't love
have
that.
positive yardage. All right, NFC West matchup, Jones. The Seahawks taking on the 49ers.
What
First
happened?
game is the OC here. Sends in a call for 2nd and 4. Darnold. And is he going to go? The ball is loose. The 49ers have it. It's Bosa. Nick Bosa and the 49ers closing the door on the Seahawks.
There are 2 of them.
Nick Bosa. Got it.
Yeah, it's not Joey.
Who the hell is that?
Yeah.
Bosa. That was not a very pretty game. Final score 17-13. So in that final possession there, Sam Darnold and the Seahawks had an opportunity to maybe move down the field and win the game, but they do not. So the Niners improved to 1-0. Brock Purdy, 277 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Christian McCaffrey did play.
Played a lot.
22 carries, 69 yards. Nice. 9 catches, 73 yards, but was held out of the end zone. On the other side, Jackson Smith and Jigba, who I did take in the Bozo parlay, which just missed.
Yeah, we were close.
9 catches, 124 yards on 13 targets. So he was very much involved.
No, you had an involved player for the Bozo touchdown parlay.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, we went 0 for 5 there, by the way. Shot the moon is what you call it.
Is that right?
So not a but notoriously week 1.
Yeah.
The hardest, we don't have a lot of data to go on yet, Keefe. We're kind of flying blind week 1.
No feel at all.
No
feel. Week 2, though?
Week 2, I feel a lot better about it. Yeah.
Zach Glass of Charbonnet scored a touchdown for the Seahawks. So you do have that going
All
for
right,
you.
Shime.
Yeah.
What, you don't like that?
Hat tip to Shime. That was a live.
Did he draft him?
Yeah, I think he took him in. That
Just
was
so he could say that?
That was what he said about it. Yeah, when he drafted him. Yeah.
All right. My NFC South, actually my Super Bowl team from the NFC and yours as well, oddly enough. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers open up the season on the road at the Atlanta Falcons.
Hey, what happened?
Mayfield on first down, throws, end zone, caught, touchdown! Ibuka with his second of the game!
Baker Mayfield threw 3 touchdown passes, 2 of them to Emeka Ibuka, who had 4 catches, 67 yards in those 2 scores. Michael Penix Jr., some call him Michael Penis Jr., 298 yards, 1 touchdown. He also ran in a touchdown. So Penix had a good game, but the Bucs beat the Falcons in a very close competitive game, 23-20.
I didn't think Mayfield looked great. 3 touchdowns. Didn't think he looked great. Didn't think their offense looked great. Not feeling great about the Super Bowl prediction.
A win's a win. Mayfield and Knicks just got wins.
Yep, that's true. Drake London hurt on the other side. I guess he's day-to-day with a shoulder injury, so monitor that. You should have seen Nick peacocking around with his Ibuka pick in fantasy. Just peacocking around with the 2 touchdowns. Like,
I had a double check
over here.
Yeah,
I thought he took him in the Bozo. I did a double check, and he did not.
Somebody
took
took
scored.
Evans.
I was like, all right.
Somebody took Evans.
Yeah.
I forget who it was.
Maybe Turp.
Yeah, maybe Turp.
All right, last game. We have the Cardinals and the Saints.
On second and goal, Murray. Left side, pass complete. Marvin Harrison, touchdown, Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr. starting out year 2 with a touchdown. Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. Many consider the Saints the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they did much to dissuade me from that, although they made it interesting at the end of the game.
They did.
Olave, I was worried about Olave, how much he's going to hold up. Like, he's had a lot of concussions. He looked okay yesterday.
Yeah, he has for now. He had 13 targets. They were going after him quite a bit.
Peppering him.
The Rattler, though, not great.
No.
Not great. Kyler Murray, 163 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes, also ran for 38. Marvin Harrison had the touchdown, but he also had 5 catches for 71 yards.
You see the throw Murray missed him on?
Yes.
That might have been a 99-yard touchdown he missed him on.
Yeah.
And we're pretty pro Kyler Murray, but that wasn't
great. And then, of course, lastly, tonight you do have the Vikings and the Bears in Chicago, where the Vikings are 1.5-point favorites.
Bears money line?
Yeah.
I feel better.
Well, I'm big on Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson this year.
I'm not
and
big
I'm a
on
little
Caleb
bit down
Williams.
on the Vikings.
Not big on Caleb Williams, but
the Bears.
You got to be bigger on Ben Johnson after the way the Lions looked yesterday without him.
100%.
The Bears money line.
Yes. That's the bet.
And we're on a heater.
We're killing it.
I like the text line says, are we going to talk about your horrible Bozo picks? Not a single hit. Yeah,
Don't worry about the Bozo picks.
We just said that.
But we did go, 5 for 5 on Survivor picks. So we're all on to week 2 in Survivor.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Turp and Nick had the Cardinals. We didn't say that when we went through.
Oh,
You had the Broncos. Me and Bill had the Bengals. We're all alive.
We're all
Survivor
cruising.
pool. How about that?
We're all cruising. Nobody used the Eagles. We're good.
Way ahead of last year. So there you go. That's what happened week 1 in the NFL. We do it every Monday here on Jones and Keefe. It's brought to you by Jackson Lumber and Millwork.